certainly have been briefed. I'm in regular contact with our health experts. The border between New South Wales and Victoria will continue to stay open. However, as is consistent with the health advice from Victoria and also New South Wales, nobody from New South Wales should be travelling to those hotspots at this present time, and people should consider whether they should be travelling to Melbourne at this point in time whilst community transmission is where it is. But certainly, can I thank in particular the more than 8,800 people that came forward and got tested in New South Wales in the last 24 hours. That is a fantastic rate of testing for a weekend. And I'm so deeply grateful, because I know many people in the community argue why some restrictions are in place and why they may seem inconsistent or otherwise, but they're working. So please keep respecting them. I'm so deeply grateful to our citizens. We only had 2 cases out of those 8,800. One was in a returned traveller, and the other one is still under investigation, and it's a bit of an unusual case, the other one, and it may prove not to be a case. But in any event, those numbers are heartening, and we need to keep coming forward and getting tested with the mildest of symptoms. Please know that when you do have a situation as Victoria is experiencing, we need to make sure we keep up to date with the advice on a daily basis. So the strongest advice we have today is that you should not be travelling to those hotspots at all, unless absolutely essential, but we would recommend nobody travelling to those hotspots. And certainly the Victorian government and the Victorian health experts have also suggested to people living in those hotspots not to travel around and not to move anywhere, and certainly not to go interstate. And that is their own advice in Victoria, and we obviously strongly endorse that. But we're also asking people to consider their trips to Melbourne, as community transmission at the moment is higher than what we would like. But having said that, we said from the beginning, once you start easing restrictions, we will expect case numbers to go up, but it's a question of how you monitor them, how you clamp down on them, how you make sure people are coming forward to get tested. It would be wonderful to think that we're through the pandemic, but we're not. We have to live with this until there's a cure or a vaccine, and it's how you manage these spikes that allows the community to keep being able to be active and working and having a good life, good quality of life, and that is our intention. So I appreciate what Victoria is going through, but don't assume it won't happen in New South Wales or anywhere else. It can happen very quickly, just with a couple of cases. A couple of incidents of people spreading the virus unintentionally can cause a spike, and we have to be very conscious of that. It's a good wake-up call for all of us. But again, I'm so deeply grateful for the number of citizens in New South Wales that keep coming forward, that keep respecting the restrictions as hard as it's been. At this stage, we have no intention of changing our course in New South Wales. However, we do issue that travel warning. Recommend people not travel to those hotspots that have been identified by the Victorian government, and certainly consider travel to Melbourne at this point in time, given the hotspots.